Hey guys, I wanted to talk with you a little bit more about breaking things down into shapes so that as you see them, you know that you can draw anything, even if you're not doing a step by step. So when I look, I see that this apple might be a good one to break down. So let's see. As I look at it, I notice the overall shape right here, if I kind of ignore the little cutouts, is a circle. So I'd come and make my overall shape. And since I want it to be large, I'm going to make my circle large because I know that's the shape I'm building from. Okay. Now, I did see in my apple that in the middle it has a little triangle cutout that comes up a little bit. It's down here at the bottom. It looks like it's leaning slightly. Okay. Now, the next thing I notice is it's got almost like half of an oval or half of a heart that kind of comes along right next to that V that I made. But it doesn't come all the way to the top. It stops before it gets there. Looks like it stops maybe right about here. Okay, so I'm going to come. I know this is going over and around. And I can look and see, do I think that this area is relating in the right way? Do I think it's about the equivalent of what I'm seeing? Does some of it need to be more rounded or less rounded? But you'll notice I'm getting the biggest shapes. I'm not worried about the tiny details right now. Now this one, it does come on the other side of that V, but it doesn't look quite as rounded as the left side. It looks a little bit taller and it looks a little bit less rounded, but it does come back to that same location. Okay, so I know it needs to be taller and less rounded. Okay, there we go. I'm mostly happy with that. I do think I need to round this bottom part a little bit. And you'll notice that drawing lightly is really helping me make those changes without it becoming a big, huge thing where I've got to work really hard to erase. All right, from here, I notice there's a stem and it does go up above the top of the apple. So I'll come up above. And as I look at that, I kind of think, maybe this is a little bit too tall. Maybe I want to come down just a little bit. I can tell that because as I look, my circle seems a little bit flatter on the top, and it doesn't feel like such a stretch for my apple stem to go outside. So you're always looking, you're always making adjustments. And then we notice that this seems about in the middle, but closer to the bottom. So it's close to middle-ish. It does have some room up here. So as I grow and draw the core of my apple, I'm going to come inside there. And then I can come in and add the details that I need. Now let's try that with something totally different. How about we look at an artichoke? Okay, so when I look at the artichoke, the overall size and shape, I notice it's kind of a diamond almost. 1, 2, 3, 4. But it's curved. And the bottom of the diamond seems to be smaller than the top of the diamond. All right, so just to give myself an idea, I'll come and make that diamond. I said it's longer on the top, and then it's smaller on the bottom. Okay, kind of looks like a Dorito now. So that gives me a good starting point. All right, now I notice that as I build, I can start with the thing that's closest to the bottom. That's the easiest way for me to start. I'm going to come and make it goes up, down, up, and over. This one comes and touches right there where it stopped and goes up and out. Okay, so now I've got this part, and this part comes up and out along it. And it has a little bend, and it comes back down to touch almost at that point that we made. Okay, so look, I've got the bottom 3 parts of the artichoke, and that didn't kill me. I'm just fine. The next thing, as far as what looks like it's the most forward, would be this front petal. And so it does start part of the way over here, and it comes to part of the way over here. Looks like it's going out and up and down. So out and up, out and up. And then instead of going up to a point or just rounding, it has like a little U out of it. Okay. Well, look at that. I've got it. So do you see how we're just gradually breaking it up as we go? Then we could come to the next thing. Okay, it looks like it comes here. And this one looks like it comes pretty far to the side. And then I've got a little U. Okay. And then as I look, it's got one last little one to the side. And it doesn't touch the top completely. It just comes down inside of that side piece. So now I've got a more definite side that's not just a diamond, but it's my artichoke. So do you see how we were able to use this overall shape that we created to help us figure out where parts were going to go and how big they needed to be? That's an easy way for you to start identifying where to put things. All right, I hope that helped some of you. I will see you guys later for another part of our project.